Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with B. On this particular episode, I am going to be discussing how your standards are keeping you single. Now, it's nothing wrong with having a standard, y'all, but we know sometimes they can be unrealistic, and a lot of times that's why you're still single. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm definitely excited to be talking about this particular topic because I was one of those people that had unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic standards when it came time to what I was looking for and what I was wanting. So I had to grow and change my mindset to receive different outcomes. So anyway, like I said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. It is kind of picking up off of the very first episode that I talked about with the 666 method, and I'll just give y'all a little brief on that. So with the 666 method, women stated that the man had to be 6 feet. He had to bring in at least six figures, and he also had to be a minimum of 6 inches. Now, y'all, we all know that that is unrealistic. It is. Now, I know some people probably like, that is not unrealistic. I got that. Da 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 da. Okay, for whoever that is that's saying that. But the reason I say it's unrealistic and that can be a standard that is keeping you single, a lot of times we as women, and men as well, you are asking for specific things from that other person that you don't possess yourself. For instance, we can say the six figures. There are women that want men that bring in six figures. But baby, at the end of the day, do you bring in six figures? Do you even have a job? Do you have that stable employment? You know what I'm saying? Are you a business owner? Like, why does it matter if that person, why is it mandated that that person has to bring in six figures? It doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like, people that are in that particular range financially, 9 times out of 10, they're probably not even looking for a woman like you. So you have to really do some, reevaluating on your particular standards. You're wondering why you're still single, and it's because you are unrealistic. That's just what it is at the end of the day. 6 inches. Oh, I love sex just like the next person. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. Like, but people say it's not the length that matters, as long as they can work it. That is all that matters. To each his own. To each his own when it comes time to that. Because I would say in that aspect, it does matter. Like, you want to be pleased sexually. So I can get that. Sexual part is it's important. It's not extremely important, but it is important, and you do, like I said, you want to be satisfied. So I get the six figures. 6 feet tall, no, I don't agree with that. Now I can see if you said that he has to be taller than you, that's something completely different. But he has to be 6 feet tall. Are you 6 feet tall? Excuse me. No, you're probably not. You're probably short, which I understand as a shorter woman myself. I do like taller guys. However, if he is not 6 feet, that is not a deal breaker for me. It's not. 5'9" is still tall. I'm 5'3". So, like, I just feel like when it comes to that 666 method, women have to reevaluate that for real. Because it's unrealistic to expect a man to have all three of those things. It is. You're, like I said, he's probably not going to be checking for you. If he does check off each one of those boxes, he could be really obnoxious. He may be a poor judge of character. He could be horrible on the inside, and the inside is what matters the most. So mentally, he could not be in a good space. So you just have to be mindful when it comes time to that 666 method. It's not, like I said, I personally feel like it's not realistic. Now, of course, there are women out here that feel like it is. Girl, baby, do you, okay? I'm just saying for myself, that is unrealistic, and it could be a reason as to why you are still single. Now, I do have other ones that I do want to go over, because, and this is stuff that I've been told, or I've overheard, and I just feel like, yeah, our standards definitely still keep us single. So, just last night, I was told that having too many kids and too many baby daddies can be a deal breaker. And I just feel like people have to really focus and pay attention to today's times. You are wanting someone that, and I've seen it on dating apps where guys are like, oh, if you got more than 2 kids, don't come my way. Okay, but you wonder why you still single. Like, what does it matter if she has 2 kids, if she has 3, if she has 4? If all of her kids are being taken care of, what is the issue at the end of the day? Clearly, she's able to hold her household down and all of her kids without you. So why is her having multiple children a deal breaker? That I don't get. I just don't. Like I said, if she's taking care of her children and she's not on any type of assistance, she's really handling her business. I would say, like for myself, for instance, I am a single mom of 4. I take care of all of my kids without any type of government assistance, without any financial help. My kids are well taken care of. However, I get overlooked because of that. But I know my worth and I know who I am as a woman. So you're just missing out on something great because I have too many kids, or she has too many kids. To you, in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't know, y'all. I just don't agree with it. I don't. Like, I think that that's crazy. Or the amount of baby daddies or baby mamas, you know, that's a deal breaker. Why? Once again, why is their past a deal breaker for you? Like, I just need to, like, make it make sense to me. And I'm very understanding, so if somebody, like in the comments or whatever, if y'all have more insight on it, I'm definitely open to hearing it, because I would love to see, to hear a different perspective that actually makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm gonna say it doesn't make sense. But if it makes sense, then I'm like, okay, well, I get that, I understand that. But right now, talking about it, hearing the stuff that I've heard, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just like, that's why you're still single. That is why you are still single, because, like I said, because of your standards. Like, and it's okay to have to have standards, but you have to really see if this stuff is realistic. And then, like I said, look into today's times and see what may need to be tweaked. I heard that too many partners for women is an issue. And then I asked, okay, you said too many partners for women is an issue. What is a high number as far as that goes? And what I was told was 4 partners is too many for a woman. And I don't understand that. I don't, because my thing is, you're saying that she can only have 4 partners. Anything after 4 partners deems her ineligible to be in a relationship with you. But how many partners have you had? You probably just been out here just slanging and banging all over. North, south, east, west, just everywhere. But you are judging her because of how many sexual partners she had, and I don't think that that's right, because women don't do it to men. We don't. Or maybe it's some that do, but I mean, I'm not gonna do it because that's before me. I don't care about who all you've slept with before me. That has nothing to do with what we're trying to establish and what we're trying to accomplish. So I have to not block my blessing by saying, oh, well, you've had sex with this many people. Oh, no, that's not going to work for me. No. That's like holding somebody's past against them, and you can't do that. And I am going to get on that later on as I continue on down my list from what I have heard and been told. It's the same thing as far as your standards go. The weight requirements. Hold on, before I go to weight requirements, the person has to be a virgin. Y'all know what day and age we in now. Everybody busting it wide open. Everybody done busted wide open at least once. Finding a virgin is extremely difficult. Unless you in your 20s, early 20s. And I would say even then it's still difficult. Because like I said, everybody busting it wide open nowadays. Like, it just is what it is. It's the times that we're in. It is the reality. So, good luck on finding that virgin. This is my thing. You're wanting that person to be a virgin. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not a virgin. So why does that person have to be so pure and you have these impurities? I don't get it. Make it make sense. Like, my thing is, if we're asking for certain stuff, do we also possess the same stuff that we're requiring from our mate? And a good bit of times the answer is no. And that can be a reason as to why, once again, you are single. You have to really sit and you have to reevaluate. Like, you have to write down what it is that you're wanting, from someone, what you're needing, because your needs are more important than your wants. But you need to write that stuff down and look at it and be like, ooh, I don't know. I might have to change that around because I could be tripping on this one right here. Now, this is a good one. I'm going to stick to that one. But this right here, oh no, I got to change that. So I think that is something that is important and it should be done to, once again, just reevaluate your views. And who knows, maybe you can come out of being single and get into an actual relationship because you've made those necessary adjustments after going through your list of stuff. I no longer really go by the outside. My thing is, I'm going off of certain qualities and your character. That speaks more volume than how much money you got, how many kids you got, the amount of baby mamas you got, what your past is like how many marriages, all of that. Like, I'm about who you are on the inside, because that's the most important thing. Mentally, where are you? You cannot hold somebody's past against them. Oh, well, because you was like this back in the day, no, I don't want to be with you. That's dumb. Like, that's crazy to me. But teach his own, do your thing. I'm just saying these are reasons why people are still single. Why you probably are still single, because of your standards. You need to reevaluate them. Um, so I said the weight. The weight. Y'all, we know people come in all different shapes and sizes. That means nothing. Once again, I just spoke on this. What matters is who that person is on the inside. Now, I get it. You have your preference of what you do like and what you don't, but that's what I'm saying. Like, those particular preferences slash standards, because preference and standard is exactly the same thing, y'all, can be a reason why you are still single. It can. I'm not saying you gotta do the complete opposite of what you are wanting and looking for. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you have to reevaluate what it is as far as the weight requirement goes. Hey, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't matter if she had a couple more pounds on her, or if she was a little bit smaller, or if he was a little bit, he was a little bit bigger, or he was a little bit smaller, or a dad boy. I love a dad boy. Come on, give me that, baby. Give me that. I want all of it. Like, I just think that we cannot, we gotta, like, y'all gotta stop. Stop with the, like, the body shaming. Or is it really considered body shaming? I mean, it's your preference that you have, but I feel like you can honestly be missing out on love due to that particular standard, because you don't want a person that looks a certain way. But that person that looked that certain way, they probably got the best heart in the world and can give you everything that you need, but you will never know, because you're blocking your blessings, because you are focused on this person has to look like this, they have to have this, they have to have that, and if they don't, then I don't want to be bothered with them. And you wonder why nothing is working out for you. Something to think about. Definitely something to think about. Like, I could tell y'all, for instance, myself. Don't judge me, y'all. Judge me. I don't care. It is what it is. This was my past. It's not who I am now. So, back in the day, I used to have this thing where I was like, he gotta be a thug. He gotta be light skinned. He gotta have hair. And he gotta have tattoos. Girl, what? That person that I was looking for, that I wanted so bad, once I got it, dogged me out real bad. I'm talking about, like, it was a domestic violence relationship. It was not good at all. So we have to be mindful of our standards, because that can put us in some situations that are difficult to get out of. I, once again, no longer go off of the outside. Yeah, I mean, I want you to look good, but my thing is, even if you are not too attractive, it's the qualities inside of you that you possess that makes you look the fucking bomb. I'm talking about, once we get past, yes, you want to have some type of attraction, like I said, but once you get past that, if the person is not, like, up to what you may want, they not, when you look at them, you ain't like, damn. If it's not like that, that's okay. Still keep trying, because still keep talking to them, because that person may really be a good, kind-hearted person on the inside. Now, there's some booger bells that I done gave chances, and I was like, I can't believe I gave you a chance, and then you gonna act like you the best thing walking on earth. So you gotta have the discernment to know the difference, to know, like, what to do. But still, like, I just think that we have to look past that, and we really have to look more into the qualities of who a person really is. Hear what they're saying. Look at what they are doing. Consistency is important. Anyway, my point in saying all of that is get it together, y'all. Like, come on now. We need to work on these standards. Now, another one that I've seen, you got to be physically fit. You want somebody physically fit and you got high blood pressure, diabetes, all kind of ailments going on. Are you physically fit? Are you going to the gym? No. Okay, so then why do he have to go to the gym, or why does she have to go to the gym? And my thing is, even if that person is not physically fit or they don't go to the gym, that doesn't mean don't give them an opportunity. That doesn't mean that at all. You can still give them an opportunity, and who knows what may happen. They could get to where you could be like, okay, hey, I want you to start doing this with me and let's see how it works. Make it fun so that person, is down for it. And you never know what door you may open up. You open up a whole new world for that person. I'm just saying, like, we have to get out of it has to be this way. It's not, I'm not dealing with it if it's no other way. If it's not this, then I don't want it. We have to get past that, especially when it comes time to these standards that are negotiable, because they are negotiable at the end of the day. They are. I just don't get blocking my blessing behind wanting to be with somebody that's physically fit, and I know I'm not physically fit. So I'm like, oh, whoever I'm talking to, he got to be physically fit. But like I said, I'm not. I got a stomach, but I want you to be physically fit. That don't even make sense. Make it make sense, because it don't. But that's what a lot of y'all are doing. You want somebody to possess these qualities that you yourself do not possess. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And let's see. Ooh, no previous marriages. Why is that a deal breaker for you? Because they've been married before. If anything, it shows you that they are willing to commit and they take relationships seriously. You can get, divorces happen, but their divorce should not be a blemish for you. Just because somebody has been married before, that shouldn't be a deal breaker. It should not. My question after that would be, well, what did you learn? What did you learn, throughout your marriage and after, everything was over with? What about yourself did you work on? Those are the questions that you need to ask, so that way you can see if that person has truly grown and if they are able to take accountability for their own actions and everything isn't just being placed on their ex. Like, just because they had a divorce, it doesn't matter. What was learned after that? Like I said, how have you grown since then? Those are the important questions. Those let you know a person's true character and if you can proceed forward, with this person. So I think it's just really the perception that we have as far as these standards go. Like, you have to really look, like I said, and reevaluate them, because a lot of the standards that people have, they are negotiable. They're negotiable. And having a college degree, why if a person doesn't have a college degree, is that a deal breaker for you? Like, you won't give them the time of day? You could have a college degree and you could be the most, the rudest person ever, because you have a college degree. It's like you're looking down on people that don't have them. And who are you to look down on anybody? Because you're not perfect. So no, I don't think that, like, if that person doesn't have a college degree, they should be X'd out immediately. You done put all this time and these years into school to get this degree, and you in debt like crazy. You one of them people that's posting on the Shade Room asking when they gonna clear out the loans. Like, come on now. So you talking about this person who was not in debt to the government. You talking down on them, but you in debt to the government. Your interest going up to where it's completely out of control. So now you hoping and praying for a miracle to happen. You got to pay 2 times the amount, all for a degree that you probably aren't even using at the end of the day. So once again, who are you to judge them because they do not have a college degree? Seems like somebody may have got it together. Because let's be honest, a lot of occupations now, you really do not need a degree for it. A lot of stuff you can learn without having that degree. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. Seems like they really may be the smarter one at the end of the day, but go ahead. Toot your own horn because you got your degree and you only want to talk to college graduates. Okay. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Do you. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever works for you. I know that I have experienced it being an issue because I have tattoos. So some guys do not like women that have tattoos. They feel like your body is sacred and holy and you shouldn't have tattoos. And my thing is, once again, who are you to judge me because I have tattoos? Because my tattoos do not define who I am as a person. Oh, this person got tattoos all over. So what? Stop judging people. Once again, these standards that you have that are really negotiables is what is keeping you single, because you're losing out. You're missing out on a good person due to something so minuscule that it doesn't even matter. You're making this bigger than what it has to be. It's not that deep. It is not that serious. They got tattoos. Okay, so what? Talk to them. I promise you, the people that got all them tattoos that people that get judged all the time, they have a lot of knowledge. They are very knowledgeable. They could probably teach you stuff that you didn't even know about. Probably smarter than you are, but you're judging them. All because of some tattoos. It's not that serious. Like, we got to stop being judgmental. Chill. Once again, stuff like that is what's keeping you single. Being judgmental of people's backgrounds. And I can say for felons. I used to do that. I personally, if you were a felon, I would not talk to you. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you the time of day. Why? I'm not. I had to get out of that mindset because it's not fair. Especially if that person has grown and there's someone different today. They're putting action so that way, behind it, so that way you're able to see, hey, they are growing. They have become a different person. They are not their past. And it was wrong of me to judge felons because of what they may have done. You block your blessings once again. Because a lot of them felons, they are extremely intelligent people. They were just dumb and got caught up. Or they were dumb and didn't make the right choices because they were trying to find a quick buck. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, don't judge someone because of their past. And like I said, I was wrong for that. So, to any felons that are out here listening to that, I really want to apologize to y'all. Because I was wrong for judging y'all. Like, it wasn't right. Especially if you, like I said, you have grown into someone different and you're trying and you're showing that you're trying. You're not your past. And that's why it's already hard on them now, because they're automatically judged from their past. And they can't bypass that at all. So if they can't bypass it, how do they, get the opportunity to get a second chance and to do better if every time somebody takes a look at them, all they see is felon, felon, felon. It's like a scarlet letter. It is. It ain't nothing wrong with being with a felon as long as they have grown. If they ain't grown, if they have not grown like mentally, then I would say no, like steer clear from it, because you don't want to get caught up in whatever it is that they have going on. But yes, if they have put in the work and they got a business, they're successful and stuff like that, you being a felon I don't care about it, because I see that you have learned from your mistakes and you're doing better. You ain't just saying, oh, I'm going to try to do better. You have done better for yourself. You are not your past. So, yeah, like, come on, y'all. We got to ease up with that. We really do. Not religious enough, y'all. I actually had this topic last night as well. I don't think that, religion is important. I don't care if you are Christian or Baptist or spiritual, as long as you're not demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot, there's people that are like, I'm not going to date you because you are too religious, or you're not religious enough. You don't go to church on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. What difference does that make? And I feel like the people that are like real, like hardcore Bible thumpers and like judgmental and stuff like that, they are the worst ones, because they got all kind of issues going on within themselves, and they're pushing it off on somebody else. They're trying to find a different outlet. Who can I point the finger at so that nobody sees my imperfections and what I'm not doing? Work on yourself, baby, instead of trying to force something on somebody. Now, yes, I want to be with somebody that does, believe in God, because, he made us. But I'm not saying the person I'm with got to go to church every Sunday. They got to go to Bible study. They got to be in the choir or the drama or a deacon. No, I'm not saying any of that, because like I said, a lot of times, those are really the worst ones. But I feel like as long as the person is not demonic, like that shouldn't be a deal breaker for you. I don't understand like why you wouldn't give someone the time of day if they can't quote John 3:16. I can tell y'all, I could be like, I remember back in church, they would ask us like, say a verse, and I always like, Jesus wept. I think that's what everybody would say, like Jesus wept. That was the quickest one you could come up with, for real. But my thing is, y'all, like, we cannot have these unrealistic standards for people because they're not religious enough. Like, so what? As long, do they believe in him? When something goes wrong, is that the person that they call out to, the person that they pray to? If so, then that's it. That's all they need. And they can grow, y'all can grow together into something bigger and better. But that's at least the basics. So I feel like if they have the basics, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm not even gonna go into that whole other thing, because I ain't got time. Not at all. Now, another thing is distance. For instance, I could say Houston. For those that know about Houston, you know how big Houston is. You got the north, south, east, west. Literally from the north to the south, that can be considered a long distance relationship, because you got a 30 to 40 minute drive depending on where you're going. Same as if you're going from the east side to the west side. Like, it could be considered long distance, for real, y'all. I've heard it, I've experienced it. Like, when people ask me, well, what side of Houston you on? I say I'm on the north side. They're like, oh Lord, I gotta pack an overnight bag. You all the way out there. You can't judge people because they live so far away. You know, like, you can still, if y'all are in the same city, if you want to, like, you can still make that time. Y'all can still date and do stuff, but judging them because they 30 plus minutes away, that's crazy to me. Now, you can do a long distance relationship as well. It's not for everybody because some people need that physical touch. They need that quality time. They want to go on dates and stuff. So I'm not talking about those people, but there are people that do the long distance relationships. You cannot judge them. Like, do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Now, the long distance relationships require a lot of trust and communication, but that's on them. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying, like, we cannot, you on the app and you see somebody live, it say they, like I said, they say they on the north and you on the south, or you on the east side, or you in Pearland, and you just like, oh no, this not gonna work. Like that, you just live too far. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? You've missed out on a good woman, so good luck on your dating journey. It's probably why you're still single. Good luck with those women in Pearland or on the south side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta chill with that. We really have to reevaluate these standards. And this particular list that we have, another one is the physical features, as far as like women having to have these BBLs, or they having to wear makeup, or you want them to have lashes. Why does that matter? Once again, you are looking on the outside. You looking at that outside appearance. You're not paying attention to their mental, to their character, who they are on the inside. And the inside is way more important than the outside at any given day. Yes, like I said, you want to have some type of attraction to that person. But I just feel like expecting her to have these certain features, and you probably you want her to have nice pretty teeth, and your teeth probably jacked up. You probably don't even brush your doggone teeth. You probably don't take showers and stuff like that. Who are you to disqualify this woman because she is completely natural? She does not wear wigs and eyelashes, and she doesn't do the makeup, but that's the problem for you. Who are you to judge her? Your back got acne. You got acne all up and down your back. You take off your jeans and you probably got marks and stuff all over your legs. Like, come on now. Nuts probably sag. You're like, what is wrong with you? I'm just saying, y'all, like, people have to chill with these standards. These are, I feel, unrealistic standards that can be negotiated. Like, you got to really reevaluate your standards. I have seen some of the ugliest people that need to have all kind of makeup on, have these unrealistic expectations on what they're looking for in a man. And that's why they're single. Because he got to look like this, he got to look like that. But you got to wear makeup every day so you can present yourself to look good. Stop trapping these men into thinking that this is what they're going to be getting all the time, when at the end of the night, you got to take all that off your face and they got to see the real you. If you can't accept me for me, who I am, in my natural state, then you are not for me. And once again, that can be a reason as to why you are single, because you are extremely shallow. Like, come on now. We know people that are shallow, very shallow. And once again, that could be a reason why you're single, because you shallow, because you can't get past a certain thing. Y'all be mad because these women do all of this extra stuff, but it's because there isn't too much acceptance anymore of natural women like it used to be. Now natural is slowly starting to come back in style, but come on now, it's not like it used to be. So I just really do feel that like our standards is definitely keeping us single. It is. Like, you can't tell me it's not. Like I said, you got to be a certain height requirements. You have to bring in so much money. You got to have a certain job. Like, oh, I'll only date guys in corporate America. Oh, okay, go ahead and get you a guy in corporate America. Some of them are assholes, but go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are good guys that aren't in corporate America. They could be your barber. Ain't nothing wrong with a barber. They could be the teacher. Ain't nothing wrong with a teacher. They could be a cop. Ain't nothing wrong with a good cop. Like, we just have to, I feel like, make necessary adjustments as far as our standards. So I would definitely say, like, look at your list of standards that you have when it comes time to a relationship and see what can be tweaked, what needs to be reevaluated so that maybe your outcome will be differently. Because like I said, I promise you, if you look at your list, you're going to realize, like, okay, I am definitely tripping on this. I am. Like, I have non-negotiables. My non-negotiables, though, are really when it comes time to your character as a person. But also, like, of course, I would want you got to have transportation. You do have to have a job. It doesn't matter what your occupation is. Now, I've been asked, hey, would you talk to somebody that works at McDonald's? I would talk to somebody that works at McDonald's. I absolutely would. In the same token, how long do you plan on being a McDonald's employee is the thing. Are you trying to progress up? Are you trying to get your own business? Like, what's going on? Because if that's what you're saying you want to do for the rest of your life, then that is not going to work for me. And the only reason I say that is we are trying to elevate. You cannot truly, really elevate at McDonald's. They pay what, like $8, $9, $10 an hour? So how can you really elevate in life and say you're trying to grow, but you're okay with a minimum wage job? Make it make sense, because it doesn't. So, okay, yeah, you work at McDonald's. How long do you plan on being here? Like, what is your goals? What's the next step after this? It has to make sense, is all I'm saying. So, like I said, I just go off of the qualities of a person. And then, like, you have them people that, for me, it's the deal breaker, if you really living with your mama. Because my thing is, why you living with your mama? Now, I get stuff happen. I completely understand that. But if you've been living with your mama for more than 4 months and have not, like, gotten your own place, then I want to know why. What's your reason behind that? I don't get it. You too old. We too old for that. Get your own shit. Like, it ain't nothing like having your own. Nothing like it. And that's why I said 4 months. I'll even give you some slack and say 6 months at most. 6 months is the max. Because you should have so much money saved up to where you will have your own place. You shouldn't want to live with your mama forever. Okay, you can come over. Oh, I can come over to your mama house. Like, come on now. We grown. We're not teenagers. We're not kids anymore. So some stuff, yeah, like I said, those are non-negotiables for me. It is. Transportation, how you getting around? Oh, my license is suspended. Okay, well, you probably shouldn't be dating if your license is suspended. You need to be focusing on getting your license together, because you still have to be able to get around. You know, but like I said, those are some of my non-negotiables. I'm not bending off of stuff like that. I just feel like, you know, people's standards are keeping them in a certain place. And I just feel like if you don't have yourself together to where you have the essentials, you should not be dating. And I think that a lot of people need to look at it that way, because I've had guys say, and I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it too, where they're like, well, I'll date a broke woman. Oh, well, that's on you. It ain't my fault you would date somebody that's broke. I'm not dating nobody that's broke. And no, it's not that I want your money, but I want to be courted. How can you court me if you don't have income? Legal income. Let me add that in there. If you don't have a legal income, you can't. That's just for me. You cannot. It's certain stuff that I need and want in a man, and yeah, if you don't, because then it lets me know too that you're not in a good, you're not where you should be mentally. Mentally, you should be like, you know what, how can I really date this person to say I want to proceed and I want to get into a committed relationship eventually, if I don't have myself together, if I don't have those essentials down packed. The essentials is extremely important. That's where the housing comes into play, the transportation comes into play, the occupation comes into play. Those are the essentials that each person should have. And if you don't have those, then guess what? You don't need to be dating. And there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, if you don't have these things, then I'm not going to talk to you. It's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing. That's not having low standards. But I'm not dating, like I said, that's on y'all, fellas, for wanting to be, like, y'all want to date a broke woman, that is on you. But you cannot fault us women for not wanting to date a broke man, because it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't. You got to bring more to the table than what's between your legs, baby. Way more. Because I'm bringing more. So I expect somebody to match my energy. Match it. If not, be above me and help me grow to get to the point that you are at, and we continue to grow together. But the essentials are non-negotiable for me. And there ain't nobody's going to tell me that I'm tripping when I say that as far as the essentials go. Like, y'all can say, you can say it, but I don't care. You got to have a job. You got to have a place to stay. You got to have transportation. You need it in this world. You need it to survive. So anyway, y'all, I really do hope that y'all were able to take away some good stuff from this particular episode about your standards being a reason as to why you are single. I really like this episode. I enjoyed talking about this, because like I said, I have experienced this stuff myself. I have been guilty of having unrealistic standards when it comes time to dating and men, and I had to make some reevaluations and go from there. But yeah, like, I definitely thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment. Please comment, y'all. Like, I want y'all feedback. I need y'all feedback so I can know, because like I said, I'm always open to growing. So these are just my perspectives. But if you feel differently, definitely let me know, because I want to talk about it. Like, I want to know. I want to see different perspectives so I can get another understanding. If I agree with you, then I'm be like, oh, you know what? I completely see that. So I was wrong then. The way I was looking at it wasn't accurate. And if I don't agree with it, guess what? I'm going to say, I don't agree with it. And this is why I don't agree with it. But I'm open to, like I said, all feedback. I do, once again, appreciate y'all for listening. And, don't forget, like I said, to like, share, comment, subscribe to the podcast. And this is another episode of Real Talk with B. Thank y'all, and I hope y'all all have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.